Call of Duty. Call of Duty, if you couldn't tell from my channel, has played a pretty big role in my life. I've been playing COD since Modern Warfare 2, so today I thought, I'd take a crack at a Call of Duty Iceberg, because I think I know quite a bit of stuff about COD. If you don't know what an iceberg chart is, basically the deeper we go in the iceberg, the more obscure these entries are going to get, and I'm going to try to explain these entries to you. I'm going to split these iceberg videos into parts since if I did the whole thing, it would take me too long to make, and this video would probably be about 4 hours. If you guys do enjoy this video, like, subscribe, comment down below if I've messed anything up or missed anything, and yeah, let's begin.
Alright, Tipsy, once more for old Tipsy on stage! Yes! Oh my... Sweet! Like dying? A popular new video game actually allows you to be a terrorist.
Warzone. Warzone is the very popular battle royale for Call of Duty, released back in March 10th of 2020. Honestly, having its peak back then during the whole pandemic. Warzone would last for 17 seasons and 3 Call of Duty games, those being Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War, and Vanguard. And with each new release, they would attempt to integrate all the guns and some new gameplay mechanics into Warzone to make it fresh. Ultimately just breaking Modern Warfare 2019 in the process, making it basically unplayable, so thank you, Activision. Now, unfortunately, as of September 21st, 2023, Warzone has shut down, and you can now only play the new Warzone 2, or, well, they're rebranding it as just Warzone now. Rest in peace to Warzone 1, you will never be forgotten. Nuketown. Nuketown is a fan favorite multiplayer map, first appearing in Black Ops 1 and then appearing in every single Black Ops game afterwards, with each Nuketown having a different setting and a different vibe to it based on the game that it's in. One cool thing about Nuketown though is that each map has its own dedicated Easter egg, which we will get into later down in the iceberg. Kind of Treyarch's golden goose, their safety card, their piece de resistance. Honestly, I'm kind of just getting bored of seeing Nuketown these days, but whatever, it's still fun. Modern Warfare and 2 remasters. The original COD 4 Modern Warfare was released back in 2007, with it having a fully remastered experience releasing in 2016 alongside Infinite Warfare. The other remaster that I believe they're referring to is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered, which I'm still praying to this day that we get the full game remastered, but we are talking about Activision here, so... The numbers. In the Black Ops 1 campaign, the numbers, or the number sequence, is used to brainwash main protagonist Alex Mason into assassinating JFK. The brainwashing is then sabotaged by Viktor Reznov, who instructs you to kill Steiner, Kravchenko, and Dragovich, the main antagonists of Black Ops 1. The numbers play a pretty significant role within Black Ops 1. They also appear in Black Ops 2 when you kill Kravchenko, and in Black Ops Cold War because they needed some nostalgia to keep you playing the game. And of course, Black Ops 1 presenting us with the most impossible question to answer.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
The world may never know. Microtransactions. Activision's One True Love has appeared throughout all Call of Duty games, well, mostly all Call of Duty games, Microtransactions include things like the season pass, COD points, supply drops, or nowadays bundles, which cost absurd amounts just for so little. Like $15 for like a blueprint with garbage attachments that I'm probably gonna take off, and like an ATV skin is honest. It does not justify these prices at all. And don't even get me started on the microtransactions in COD Mobile, because ooh, I'm looking at you, lucky draw. Infinite Warfare trailer controversy. I'm assuming this has to do with the amount of dislikes the Infinite Warfare trailer got. The Infinite Warfare trailer became one of the most disliked videos on YouTube, purely due to the fact that at the time COD players really didn't want a futuristic Call of Duty game. We really just wanted more boots on the ground, back to modern times, and that's not what we got. Currently, the Infinite Warfare trailer sits at 4 million dislikes, and I would like to officially take this time to revoke my dislike and grant the Infinite Warfare trailer a like. I'm sorry, Infinite Warfare. You deserved better. The PPSH-41. The PPSH is regarded as one of the best non-wonder weapon guns in all of zombies. Don't believe me? Just check out the reactions it got on the Garage Crovey trailer. People cared more about seeing the PPSH than the actual map.
Alright, Dempsey.
Wow.
PPSH! Dempsey, once more for old time's sake.
Yes! Yes! So much cool stuff in the box, but then the PP freaking SH.
The freak.
Once more for old time's sake.
Oh my god!
This version of the PPSH would return one more time in the final Reich in Call of Duty World War II Zombies, where you can get a variant of the normal PPSH called the Classic. Activision sexual assault allegations. Alright, I gotta be careful with what I say here. Allegedly, Activision has been up to some not good things in the workplace. Multiple employees have come out with sexual assault allegations towards Activision. I don't want to say much more just in case a man in black shows up at my doorstep. I'm not gonna say who's at fault here. We're not gonna include who's involved, but I mean, let's move on. In all seriousness though, fuck Activision for this. I mean, I didn't think the bar could honestly get any lower. Shepard's betrayal. In the mission Loose End, you are instructed by good guy General Shepard to find Makarov in his safe house. After not finding Makarov, you then have to extract all of his top secret zip files. However, just when you are about to extract, this heartbreaking scene plays out.
5-0. Roger, I got it lined up. Gold Eagles on the ground. Watch for snipers on thermal. Over.
You have the DSM. We've got it, sir.
Good. That's one less loose end.
Area is sanitized. All targets destroyed.
Solid copy. No movement detected. 2-6 going into holding pattern.
We're under attack by Shepard's men in the boneyard! Sir, hold the left flank! Do not trust Shepard! I say again, do not trust Shepard! Sir, get down!
As a bonus, Shepard does betray you in the new Modern Warfare 2, but I don't think that betrayal is the one this entry is really referring to, but I thought I might as well just put it in. Trick shots. Trick shotting has been a thing forever in Call of Duty, with it being most popular in Modern Warfare 2, with people jumping off of high-rise YY throwing knife 360 no-scoping people, or people hitting cross-map tomahawks and throwing knives. If you made a montage back in the day, it was basically required that you have one of these in your montage. Trickshotting is still alive and well today in Call of Duty, and yes, you will still get the same reactions that you did back in 2009. If you hit a 360 now, people are gonna scream their heads off like as if they just discovered fire. John Price. John Price, or Captain Price, is easily one of the most iconic characters in all of Call of Duty. Originally appearing in COD 4 and voiced by William Albert Murray, Price appears in COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3, serving as, well, your captain. No shit. After killing Makarov and being the sole survivor of Task Force 1 for 1, Price's story would end with Modern Warfare 3 until 2019, where Captain Price would return in the Modern Warfare reboot, this time voiced by Barry Sloan, as well as his appearance being modeled after Sloan. Price would serve the same role as he did in the original Modern Warfare trilogy, this time just having a bit more depth to his character. Price, of course, returns in the new Modern Warfare 2 and will most likely return again in the new Modern Warfare 3. As a bonus, Price also appears in Black Ops 4, Black Ops Cold War, Call of Duty Ghost, and Call of Duty Mobile, all as operators. He also appears in COD 2 for some reason. That's technically the first time we see Captain Price, but yeah, I don't know. Price has seen some shit over the years. COD Mobile. Released on October 1st of 2019 and developed by Tencent Games, Call of Duty Mobile, as the name suggests, is the Call of Duty game for your phone. And it is hands down the greatest Call of Duty game to ever exist, and I'm not even being sarcastic about that. COD Mobile combines the greatest aspects of every Call of Duty game and essentially puts it into one. It's got fan favorite maps, weapons, specialists, perks, kill streaks, lethals, tacticals. It's got its own battle royale with its own battle royale map and class system. It's got the Alcatraz map from Blackout. It has zombies with its own new innovations for zombies. It has unique and fun game modes. This Call of Duty game just is jam-packed with content. It honestly just puts the mainline games to shame. Also, look at these blueprints, like, oh my god. COD Mobile would also replace Call of Duty Online for the Chinese Call of Duty audience after it tragically shut down in 2021. Shipment. Shipment is another fan favorite multiplayer map, since it is one of the smallest maps in all of COD, making it one of the most chaotic. Shipment first appeared in COD 4 and then would be reintroduced in many different Call of Duty games, with some of the games actually changing how the map works. In COD Ghost, not only was Shipment expanded to have new areas, but if you completed a field order, you would be able to roll a slot machine that would affect the map in different ways. These included gassing the outer part of the maps, sentry guns appearing in the middle of the map, care packages raining from the sky, or a chem strike, which is essentially the nuke of COD Ghosts. In Modern Warfare 2019, you were able to climb on the containers, as well as there being a new container for you to essentially hide in. And in Vanguard, you were basically able to destroy most of the map. Vanguard Zombies launch. The launch of Vanguard Zombies is regarded as the worst launch of any COD Zombies title ever. Vanguard released with one Zombies map, that being Duranfong, which was immediately hated by the entire community. Instead of giving us a traditional Zombies experience, Treyarch had the brilliant idea to essentially give us a watered down version of Outbreak, while also stripping away core features of Zombies like wonder weapons and actual rounds. The game was dull and boring since you only had 3 objectives that you could actually play. You were pretty much done with everything you could do by like round 6, and like past round 12 it was basically impossible to play since the difficulty got ramped up to like 100. The Zombies community was truly going through the darkest of times. Vanguard. Releasing on November 5th of 2021, COD Vanguard is regarded by most as one of the worst Call of Duty games to ever exist. With a boring campaign, a pretty mid multiplayer, and an abysmal zombies, you can see why people don't like this game. On top of that, it's set in World War II, which just no one wants. It's boring. You know, the COD community isn't really in dire need of a World War II game right now. And because of these issues, COD Vanguard is now the worst selling COD game of all time. You're really on a streak here, Sledgehammer. Transit. Transit was the main on-disc zombies map for Black Ops 2 and is regarded as one of the worst zombies maps of all time. Although Transit is the biggest map that we've had, unfortunately, it is just a big open space with nothing in it. The jet gun is a garbage wonder weapon. The fog makes the map ugly. The denizens slow you down. The lava is annoying. The pack-a-punch is so tedious and annoying to get. This map truly sucks. However, although this is one of the worst maps of all time, it did have the potential to be great. See, Transit was not originally the Transit that we know today, as several features were cut due to the hardware limitations of the Xbox 360 and the PS3. These cut features include 7 game modes that were unreleased, those being Cleansed, where you must outlive the other players on your team, Containment, where you must stay alive for as long as you can and prevent zombies from escaping, Deadpool, where you must reach the end before your teammates, Meat, where 2 teams were split into sections of the map where you must throw the meat on the other side to get zombies to attack the players, No Man's Land, where you must survive endless waves of multiple enemy types, Pitted, which is basically the same thing as No Man's Land, and Race, where you must kill the necessary amount of zombies to open your door and reach the end. Transit was also meant to have a completely different layout, including a second bus route and new areas such as a lava lake, a giant power factory, and a motel. There were also ambush rounds where the bus would break down and hellhounds would swarm the bus, and if you completed the round, you would get a max ammo. There are cut quotes from Ted, the bus driver, hinting that you would have to refill the bus and you would have to pay Ted a fee to use the bus. And finally, I think the most known one is the fact that there was a completely different version of Transit that was not destroyed, had no denizens, no fog, and was based off whether or not you completed the moon Easter egg. Now, unfortunately, this Transit did not come to fruition, but there is a new Transit being remade in Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies by Verco. Hopefully it'll be out soon, and hopefully it can show Transit at its full potential. No Russian. No Russian is the 4th mission in the Modern Warfare 2 campaign and probably the most iconic. I mean, even if you've never played Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty, you know about No Russian. The basis of the mission is simple. You play as Joseph Allen under instruction of General Shepard. You go undercover to be one of Makarov's men, and you go to do this.
Remember, no Russian.
Yeah, I don't really think I can show that on YouTube, but I think you get the point. After making your way through innocent Russian civilians and Russian forces, Makarov reveals that he knew you were an American spy the entire time just as you were about to escape and kills you, leaving you dead at the scene, causing Russians to believe that America was responsible for the attack, thus starting World War III. This mission ended up being so controversial that it made the news back in 2009. And it's honestly probably what started the whole debate on whether or not video games cause violence. As a bonus, No Russian kinda returns in the new Modern Warfare 2 in the epilogue as we see Makarov's men getting ready to hijack a plane. It's not the same, but Makarov does text No Russian to his men, so, you know, I guess there's that. Shock and Awe. Shock and Awe is the 10th mission in the COD 4 campaign. During this mission, you are out to find Khalid al-Assad. However, in the middle of your assault, you are informed that there is a nuclear bomb in the area and you must evacuate. Unfortunately, the evacuation is unsuccessful and the nuke does go off, killing the player and 30,000 other US troops. It is later revealed in Modern Warfare 2 that these were General Shepard's men, and it is revealed in Modern Warfare 3 that Makarov is the one who detonated the nuke, fueling Shepard's hatred for Makarov. The archetypes. Oh god, okay, I'm gonna try to explain this with the least amount of bullshit possible. The archetypes are basically clones of dead characters that appear throughout the Black Ops series, created by Samantha Mason, Alex Mason's granddaughter. These clones include people such as Alex Mason, David Mason, Frank Woods, and Raul Menendez for some reason. It's honestly just a stupid story point that makes no sense and is just used to force in older characters into the Black Ops 4 story. BO4 No Campaign. If you don't already know, Black Ops 4 is the only Call of Duty game to not have a campaign, as it was scrapped for the development of Blackout. However, luckily, in the year 2023, we do have some leaked information about the Black Ops 4 campaign, which I will be going over now. Now, the Black Ops 4 campaign is unlike other campaigns we've seen before, as apparently it was supposed to be a 2v2 kind of race to the finish type mode, which I don't really understand how that would fit into a whole campaign story, but apparently it was supposed to, as well as the campaign apparently linking to multiplayer and being live service. Now, Black Ops 4's story actually was originally supposed to take place after Black Ops 3's instead of being wedged in between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. In this campaign, you were either able to play as the Free People's Army or the World United Nations, and essentially you would have two different sides of a campaign. The custom mutations mode for Black Ops 4 Zombies was apparently meant for Black Ops 4 campaign, as you would have been able to tweak your campaign experience. And finally, there would have been actual DLC for this campaign. It is truly a shame that we did not get Black Ops 4 campaign and instead got Blackout, which wasn't very successful. But we are talking about a potential sequel to Black Ops 3, so maybe it's best we didn't get this campaign. Soccer. Soccer is a sport next entry. Seriously though, soccer has become more prevalent in Call of Duty, especially in recent years. In Modern Warfare 2019, there is a 2v2 gunfight map that takes place within Verdansk Stadium, which is a soccer stadium. There's a big soccer ball you could go ahead and shoot around. And in new Modern Warfare 2, there was a limited time Rocket League type mode that was available during the World Cup, as well as operator bundles featuring Neymar, Messi, and Pogba. Time Paradox. In the mission One Shot One Kill in Modern Warfare Remastered, you can find Makarov in a car just off to the left, which is not originally in COD 4. If you kill Makarov, you will get the achievement Time Paradox, since if you had killed Makarov all the way back then in COD 4, the events of Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 would never have happened. Dead cows. Throughout many different Call of Duty games, dead cows will appear throughout various multiplayer maps as well as campaign missions, kind of as a running gag. I don't know why. The developers will just put in dead cows, mostly in the World War II games, but yeah, I don't know. I guess dead cow equal funny. Ghost is alive. This is a theory where in Modern Warfare 2, Ghost actually did survive getting shot point blank by a revolver and getting burned alive. There's no actual evidence that I can find that Ghost is alive, but I mean, he does technically return in the new Modern Warfare series, even though it's a new Ghost. But you know, I guess Ghost is now finally alive again. Extinction Egg Hunt. With every COD Ghost DLC drop, there were 4 multiplayer maps added to the game. Within each multiplayer map, there would be an extinction hive that could be found and shot. If you manage to shoot all 4, you can get extra XP as well as an achievement. Ray Gun in Campaign. In the World at War mission Little Resistance, if you stand in these 3 puddles at the beach, 4 statues that kind of look like the statues from Die Rise will come out from the ground and have ray guns in their mouth. You can then pick up the ray gun and use it for the remainder of the mission. Avenged Sevenfold. Avenged Sevenfold, or A7X, is a heavy metal rock band from Huntington Beach, California, and are responsible for some of your favorite songs in Call of Duty. These songs include Not Ready to Die, Nightmare, Carry On, Shepherd of Fire, and Mad Hatter, which are all Easter egg songs in Zombies, as well as Jade Helm from the Black Ops 3 multiplayer. A7X also make an appearance in a final after credits cutscene where Woods and Menendez join the band and start performing for people like Alex Mason and Reznov. Zombie Easter egg quest. Since the release of Ascension in Black Ops 1, every zombies map since then has had a main Easter egg quest, which required players to complete several steps to complete the main quest, furthering the plot of the story. Back then, if you completed these quests, you would usually get rewarded with an achievement and all the perks on the map, but nowadays there is an additional boss fight that you must complete at the end of the quest, and you are now granted with not only an achievement and sometimes the perks on the map, but as well as an ending cutscene. The main Easter egg quest of every zombies map is pretty significant in the community, especially when a map first comes out, since everyone is racing to become the first in the world to complete it. It's honestly really cool to experience a main egg hunt, since the whole community comes together to help solve the steps, as well as competing with each other to see who's going to be the first to complete the Easter egg. If you haven't completed any of the Easter eggs, I highly recommend you do them. They're pretty fun with friends. Maybe just stay out of the way of Black Ops 4 if you don't feel like smashing your head into the wall repeatedly. Retro games in Nuketown. In the Black Ops 2 version of Nuketown, if you manage to shoot off all the heads of the mannequins in the map in under 2 minutes, you can play retro games on the population sign in Nuketown. All you have to do is interact with the sign, and you could play through 4 of Activision's very old retro games, those being Pitfall, River Raid, Kaboom, and Hero. Drone training. The Advanced Warfare mission Atlas is your generic training mission where you have to go through gun training and grenade training, but there's also a third secret training area where you can do drone training, where you pilot a drone and shoot these red boxes, whilst also trying to get the fastest time possible. Brick Blaster. This is a secret gun that you can get in COD 4 multiplayer by using the console commands on PC. If you use the command /give brick_blaster_MP, you will get what seems like a normal USP, but in reality it shoots bricks. The bricks actually have physics, and you can actually deal damage and kill other players with this gun, although it just works like a normal USP where it's hit scan and the bricks don't actually have to hit the player to do damage. Second Revelations cutscene. At the end of the Revelations Easter egg, we get a pretty lackluster anticlimactic cutscene that just doesn't give any closure to the story at all. This is mostly due to them continuing the Aether story in Black Ops 4, but at the time people thought this was truly the end of the Aether story, and the community was pretty disappointed, but even more disappointed when people decided to go into the files of the game to try to find a second cutscene, because people really believed that was a thing, and they found this.
Hey, you.
Yep, it's just the Shadows of Evil intro cutscene. How exciting. Yuri cameo. In the mission No Russian in Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, close to the part where Makarov noob tubes the elevator, if you make your way back to the start of the level, you can actually find Yuri from Modern Warfare 3. Now, he looks pretty dead, but if you throw a flashbang at him, he'll actually get up and just stay there crouched. Pawn Takes Pawn. Pawn Takes Pawn was an ARG used for the marketing of Black Ops Cold War. Throughout this ARG, people had to solve puzzles, play Zork for some reason, and there was even this mysterious character that ended up being Bowman's son, which, quick rant by the way, what a waste of a character, because this guy's not even mentioned in the rest of the Black Ops Cold War campaign or story in general, so it's just a big waste of time. Overall, the ARG would lead to lore about the game as well as the reveal of Black Ops Cold War. Trench Bunker. On the Modern Warfare 2019 gunfight map Trench, there are numbers scattered around the map, which if inputted into this keypad will open up the bunker on the map. Entering the bunker, you will find a bunch of stuffed animals surrounding a table and a red telephone, where if you listen to the code and input that code onto the keypad, another door will open up revealing a Juggernaut teddy bear dual-wielding miniguns, and he'll essentially start lighting up the place. Reused weapon assets. Reusing assets in game development is nothing new to Call of Duty. I mean, every developer does it to save time, and COD is no different, since we could see guns like the M249 SAW in Modern Warfare 2's campaign, the RPG-7 in Advanced Warfare's campaign, and the Remington from Black Ops 2 in Black Ops 3. Sympathy for the Devil. On Nuketown in Black Ops 1, if you manage to shoot off all the heads of the mannequins in under 15 seconds, a Rolling Stones song, Sympathy for the Devil, will start playing. Also, in the Black Ops 1 mission Crash Site, Sympathy for the Devil will play during the boat sequence. Teddy bears. Teddy bears are a staple Easter egg in Call of Duty, being found around different campaign missions or multiplayer maps or in zombies. In Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer games, teddy bears are just Easter eggs that you can find laying around the maps or outside of the maps. While in Treyarch games, teddy bears play a bit more of a role, specifically in zombies. Teddy bears are sometimes used for certain side Easter eggs, or it could be signifying that it's time for you to break the controller again because the box is about to move and you're stuck with a pistol. Teddy bears are also significant in the story of zombies since they are very closely related to Samantha Maxis. Dirty Harry. The Dirty Harry is a pistol you can get in World at War only by using the console commands. The gun appears as a normal Colt pistol, but soon you'll realize that essentially it works as a single Mustang and Sally shooting grenades instead of bullets. You can also get this gun in Black Ops 1 via the console commands once again, and essentially it works the same way it does in World at War. Gaz is Ghost. This is a popular theory where Gaz from COD 4 actually survives a deagle shot to the face, and yeah, he actually becomes Ghost in Modern Warfare 2. The main evidence behind this theory is the fact that Gaz and Ghost are both voiced by Craig Fairbrass, and the evidence pretty much stops there. Yeah, I don't know what other evidence there is. They're both British, I guess. People have claimed that Zakhaev whiffs his shot at point blank range. You know, maybe Gaz is Ghost. You know, the evidence seems to really be piling up here. WA 2000 sticker. On the WA 2000 scope cover, there is a sticker of a disgusted face known as Mr. Yuck. Why he's there, I couldn't tell you. Nobody knows. Even though this entry is obviously referring to the WA 2000 Mr. Yuck, there is a Mr. Yuck sticker on the lens cover for the Barrett as well. Dog tag secrets. The dog tags you collect in Kill Confirmed will sometimes have references to past characters throughout the campaigns. In Modern Warfare 3, you can see Simon Ghost Riley on a dog tag. In Black Ops 2, you can see Victor Reznov on a dog tag. And in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, the dog tags will be based off whatever specialist you're playing. Reznov is alive. Out of all of the "this person is alive" entries in this Iceberg, this one is kinda true. You see, in the Black Ops 1 mission for Kuda, you meet Victor Reznov, who also seems to die in the same mission. However, he does appear later on in the campaign multiple times. How is this? Well, Reznov actually brainwashed Mason into carrying out his orders, so that's why Mason can only see him even though he's not really there. So there you go, case closed, right? Boom, Reznov's dead, this entry's a lie. Well, not really. You see, if you go into the Black Ops 1 terminals, you can actually find emails sent to Hudson from a man named John Trent. And through these emails, we find out that this can very likely be Reznov, with the emails saying such things as "victory cannot be achieved without sacrifice," which is an actual direct quote from Reznov. And the most telling one, "Please tell Mason one last thing. This time it's freedom for both of us."
No. Freedom! For you, Mason! Not for me!
Now, this only alludes to Reznov being alive. There's no official confirmation. So why did I say that this entry is kinda true? Well, Black Ops 4 happened, and we have the archetype situation, which I explained earlier, where Reznov has actually been cloned. So technically, yes, Reznov is still alive. Thundergun in campaign. In the Black Ops 1 mission, the numbers, if you destroy 6 Nova 6 canisters after the interrogation sequence and run over to this nearby room, pick up this cassette, when you make it into the secret weapon room, there will be another cassette player. Put the cassette into the cassette player and a thunder gun will come out of the wall and you will be able to use it for the remainder of the mission. Zombies in Nuketown. In Black Ops 3's version of Nuketown, if you shoot off all the mannequin heads within 2 minutes, the mannequins will start to act like zombies and start chasing you around the map. Now, although this entry only refers to the Black Ops 3 version, I do want to mention the Black Ops 4 version here since it's basically the same thing, although with a bit more flair, as when you complete the Easter egg, a rocket will shoot up to the sky, spawning a portal where the mannequins will fall from and act like zombies once again. Out of bounds in Vendetta. In the World at War mission Vendetta, there is a way to get out of bounds in the map. Players would use this to get the Gunslinger achievement much easier, which is to assassinate General Amsel with a pistol shot, which, trust me, is a lot easier said than done. Burger Town. Burger Town is a restaurant chain that appears throughout many different Call of Duty games, which is a direct reference and parody of Burger King. Burger Town is now a staple in Call of Duty, with it even getting its own mascot, Bubby, introduced in Advanced Warfare. Musical Easter egg. Throughout every COD Zombies map, there is a musical Easter egg that you can activate that will play a song for each map. These songs are usually composed by the legendary Kevin Sherwood, along with vocals from a bunch of different people, including Elena Siegman, Avenged Sevenfold, Clark S. Nova. They had a Skrillex song for some reason. I guess cool. I mean, you don't even have to be a fan of Call of Duty to know some of these songs. I mean, people hear this, and I mean, it's like, oh my god, Call of Duty Zombies, I want to go play Call of Duty Zombies. So, yeah, I mean, these songs are pretty fire. Hidden radios. In pretty much every single Zombies map, there is hidden radios in the map that tell the story of zombies. Hidden radios used to be a lot more significant in Zombies in the older days, but since Cold War introduced the Intel system, the Intel or hidden radios haven't really hit the same. Shadowman. Introduced in the map Shadows of Evil, the Shadowman is the main antagonist of Black Ops 3 and is sent by the Apothecons to spread the zombies outbreak. Nova Crawlers. Nova Crawlers are an enemy type introduced in Kino der Toten and 5. This enemy will crawl around on the ground and when killed will emit a gas that will blur the player's vision as well as slowing them down. There have been multiple variations of the Nova Crawlers introduced throughout Zombies, including the teleporting crawlers in Moon, the jumping jacks in Die Rise, the Nova 6 bomber in Alpha Omega, as well as the jolting jacks in Alpha Omega. Zombie containers. In the map Kino der Toten, there are these containers that seem to hold zombies inside of them. Why? Probably just for aesthetic reasons. I mean, there's no real explanation on why they're there. I remember back in the day, people used to think that there were Nova Crawlers inside the containers and that Kino is where the Nova Crawlers were made, but if you just look inside the containers, they're clearly zombies. Pentagon test subjects. If I'm being honest, I actually don't know what this is referring to specifically. I mean, this could just be a broad statement saying that, oh, there were testing going on at the Pentagon. Or it could mean the pig that we see in 5. Maybe he's the test subject. And the test was whether or not you would put him out of his misery. I don't really know. Controlled Richthofen. At the end of the Moon Easter egg, Richthofen ends up being in control of the zombies. You could see this by the zombie's eyes now turning blue, signifying that he is now in control. Help signs. Throughout Zombies, there are various instances where the word help can be seen written on walls and doors, the most iconic being the help door on Nocturne Toten, which leads to the mystery box. Hellhounds. Hellhounds are a zombie dog enemy which have very low health but are also very fast. Hellhounds would have their own round called dog rounds, which if completed would drop you a max ammo. In the higher rounds, Hellhounds would end up joining the mix of zombies, appearing regularly throughout the rounds. Throughout Zombies, there would be different iterations of the Hellhounds, including the Lightning Hounds in Alpha Omega and the Plague Hounds in Cold War Zombies. Dr. Monty. Introduced in Black Ops 3, Dr. Monty serves as an opposing force to the Shadow Man. So with that information, you'd think he's a pretty good guy, but yeah, Dr. Monty has his own plans that don't really benefit our characters, because he too is corrupted by the Dark Aether. Samantha's room. In Kino der Toten, when teleporting from the Pack-a-Punch, there is a chance you can teleport to 4 different rooms, 2 of those being Samantha's room, with one being a completely normal version of the room, where the other is a Dark Aether corrupted version with blood and teddy bears everywhere. Main Easter egg. I basically already said everything I had to say with this in the Zombie Easter egg quests entry, so I'm just gonna skip over it. Blank portrait. In Kino der Toten, there is a room that has portraits of all 4 Ultimus characters and one more portrait that is completely blanked out. Now, nobody really knew who this mystery silhouette was at the time, but thanks to some side Easter egg in Classified, we now know it to be Primus Nikolai. Now, chances are that this wasn't even originally supposed to be Primus Nikolai, since Primus wasn't even a thing and that whole story wasn't even a thing, because Jimmy Zielinski was still the creative director for Zombies. But I mean, I think it's still cool that Jason Blundell found a way to, you know, still implement that obscure random Easter egg from Kino, you know, into the story. The Cycle. There are two instances of the cycle in zombies, the first being in Mob of the Dead, where the 4 mobsters are stuck in Alcatraz in a purgatory state, having to relive the events of Mob of the Dead over and over and over again until Arlington kills the other 3 mobsters on the bridge, breaking the cycle. The other cycle is the main zombie cycle, where Primus must relive the events of the Great War all the way to Revelations and relive those events forever. Or at least until Black Ops 4, where the characters end up sacrificing themselves and destroying the multiverse, effectively breaking the cycle. Multiverse. In zombies, there are multiple universes with multiple different outcomes and multiple different versions of our characters and multiple things happening and multiples in the multiple universe timeline. Yeah, I don't really think I have to explain this one that much because I think every story ever now has multiverses, so I think you know what it means. Although, as mentioned in the previous entry, the multiverse did go boom at the end of Tagdertoten, so multiverse no more. Perca-Colas. Perca-Colas were introduced in Verrückt in World at War and have become a staple in zombies and its gameplay. These perks can be bought at different machines around the maps and grant the player various different effects. Some of these effects include Juggernog, which allows you to take more hits from zombies, Speed Cola, which can increase your reload speed, Quick Revive, which can allow you to revive your teammates faster, and Double Tap, which increases your bullet damage and fire rate. Cold War secret buttons. In the Black Ops Cold War campaign, there are 3 different buttons that you can interact with, all doing different things. In the mission Red Light Green Light, if you press this button, the guards will be alerted. Later on in that mission, if you go to the Burger Town mascot Bubby and press the red button on him, he will start to talk. And in the mission End of the Line, if you press this red button, it will open up a nearby safe room. Cut Zombies content. There is a lot of Cut Zombies content, some of which we're probably going to go over later on in this Iceberg. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it at that, since I'm probably going to make a separate video on all the Cut Zombies content. Cut weapons. So there have been a lot of cut weapons, and I mean a lot of cut weapons over the years, so I'm only going to go over the ones that I think are the most interesting. So yeah, I didn't end up doing that, and I ended up doing all of them. This took me so many tries to actually record. Enjoy. In COD 2, there is the FG-42 and the Panzerfaust. In COD 4, there is the AG-36, AT-4, AW-50, Bison 5.7, FAMAS, FN-EGLM, Galil, HK-79, M72 Law, MAC-10, MAC-11, MG-42, and Uzi. In World at War, there is the Bren, Katana, Lee Enfield, PPS-43, and Sten. Modern Warfare 2, there is the AK-74U, L-85, G3, and Remington 870 MCS. In Black Ops 1, there is only the P-38. Modern Warfare 3, there is the F-2000, TAR-21, Vector, Ranger, Shotgun, M1014, M240, AUG, H-Bar, MK-12 SPR, PP-2000, and the AT-4. In Black Ops 2, there is the M4, the RX-4 Storm, TAR-21, NS-2000, DT-SRS, Lynx, Strela 3, and XM25. In Ghost, there is the P-90, the M4A1, AK-47, 5.7 Beretta, G-18, and SMAW. In Advanced Warfare, there is the multi-barrel shotgun, bolt-action pistol, the Rhino, as well as a variant of the ASM-1 called the ASM-1 Juggernaut, and a variant of the SAC-3. In Black Ops 3, there is the Chaser, the EMP launcher, the MCAS, the Patriot, the Riot Shield, and Robot Gun. In Infinite Warfare, there is the ACR, a melee, Riot Shield, FMG-9, and AR-ACC. In Modern Warfare Remastered, there's the Galil, the PP-2000, the Striker, the M240, and the Tribal Staff. In World War II, there is the Type 99 and the Carcano M1938. In Black Ops 4, there's the KN-44, HVK-30, FFAR, BRM, SVG, Dracon, MR6, KRM, Brecci, and Minigun. Modern Warfare 2019 and Black Ops Cold War seem to have 0 cut weapons. Vanguard has 1 cut weapon, being the, I don't know how to say that, LMG. New Modern Warfare 2 has no cut weapons, and New Modern Warfare 3 just launched, so we don't know if they're going to be cut or they're going to be added in later seasons. Zap. In the extinction map Nightfall, there will be 4 electrical poles sparking in a specific order. This order varies from game to game, but if you shoot it in the correct order, the word Zap will appear on your screen and any aliens killed will turn into snowmen. Steam. When water reaches a temperature of 212 degrees Fahrenheit, it will turn into steam. No, but in all seriousness, if you don't know what Steam is a digital distribution platform for games created by Valve, and Call of Duty has been available on Valve pretty much forever until the merger with Activision and Blizzard, where for a short while Call of Duty was only available on Battle.net, but now Call of Duty is back on Steam. Also, Call of Duty, if you're listening, please add mod support for all future Call of Duty games. That'd be very much appreciated. Thank you. Mainframe. In Doris and Kino der Toten, you must link the mainframe, which means to link the teleporters to the teleporter pads, resulting in you having access to Pack-a-Punch. Fuck you, Last Stand. In Modern Warfare 2, there is a perk called Last Stand, where instead of dying, you get put in a down but not out state where you are given a pistol and are able to shoot people from this state. Everyone hated this perk, and everyone wanted this perk just gone from existence. So when COD XP 2011 rolled around, Robert Bowling, the former community manager at Infinity Ward, had this to say.
No Last Stand. Fuck you, Last Stand.
However, as we know today, that was a complete fucking lie. Since not only did Last Stand return in the form of Final Stand, which allows you to shoot with your primary when down instead of just a pistol, they also introduced Dead Man's Hand, which gave you a C4 to detonate when you were down, killing anybody in the radius. And it was a big radius. But you know, maybe there are some truth to those words, because since then Last Stand has not returned. Aw, for fuck. Clans. Back in the day, if you wanted to show that you were in some kind of group or collective, you and your buddies would make a clan tag, which would show right next to your name on the scoreboards. The devs would try to expand on the idea of clans in Ghosts through the Call of Duty app, having people be able to compete against other clans to, you know, get rewards. As far as I remember, no one really cared for this feature and nobody ever did it, so they kind of just scrapped the idea after Ghosts. Press F to pay respects. After dying in the previous mission, you must attend Will Iron's funeral. You know, it's a sad, emotional scene, you know, your best buddy just died. But if I'm being honest, I don't think anybody really remembers that. I'm pretty sure this is the only, you know, reason people even remember the Advanced Warfare campaign actually exists, is for this one moment right here. When you go to pay your respects, the prompt press F to pay respects, if you're playing on PC, shows up, and unless you've been cut off from the internet for the past decade, you know that press F has been a staple in internet culture since this game released. When anybody dies in a game, you type F in their chat. If somebody messes up on Twitter, you type F in their comments. It's just what happens. Round 255 Black Ops 3. The highest round you can reach in Black Ops 3 Zombies is around 255. Okay, well technically you can go past 255, but the round counter will never exceed 255. To explain this as simply and short as possible, game data is stored inside a byte, and bytes have a max value of 255. So why didn't Treyarch use more bytes for the round counter? Probably because they didn't really expect anybody to reach round 255, since 255 takes hours upon hours of playing the game to actually reach. Luckily for us, this is the Zombies community, one of the most dedicated communities in all of gaming. Proning in front of a perk machine. If you prone in front of a perk machine, you will get points. From World at War to Black Ops 2, you will get 25 points, and from Black Ops 3 onward, you will get 100 points. The only game that this does not work on is Black Ops 1. Only one can have a wonder weapon. Back in the older days of Zombies, only one person was able to have a wonder weapon at a time. This has since changed, where everyone can now have wonder weapons at the exact same time. Quick Revive disappears in solo. When playing solo Zombies, since there are no teammates to revive faster, Quick Revive acts as a self-revive. Seems pretty overpowered, right? Well, Treyarch thought of this and balanced the perk out by allowing you to buy Quick Revive 3 times before it ends up disappearing from the rest of the match. Bot. Bots refer to the AI enemies in Call of Duty that you can add in Custom Match or in Black Ops 4 Mutations. Bots have also been added into Warzone, although have been since removed because they suck. And bots are everywhere in DMZ, as well as they have been added into Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Now, even though I'm 99% sure that this is what the Iceberg is referring to, there's also a chance that it refers to the term bot, which is used to call people who are very bad at the game. MLG. Founded in 2002, MLG, or Major League Gaming, was a massive esports platform back in the day and was the main way that people would watch esports events like the Call of Duty Pro League. Now, even though Call of Duty Esports then moved on to the CDL, MLG was actually acquired by Activision Blizzard back in 2015 and is now owned by Microsoft, since Microsoft now acquired Activision Blizzard. MW2 2022 crashes. Back when new Modern Warfare 2 released, it would crash constantly. There were so many bugs, so many glitches, and it would just cause the game to crash over and over and over again. Luckily, over this time of Modern Warfare 2 being released, they have been patched out, so now it won't crash as much. Ghost is Simon Riley. The true identity of Ghost is Simon Riley. That's really all there is to this one. I don't know why this is on here. This is very, very common knowledge, but yeah, let's move on. You can no-scope Hassan. At the end of the final mission of New Modern Warfare 2, you must snipe Hassan before he throws soap off of the building. Now, you could do this the normal way, or you could do it the Modern Warfare 2 way, and just flat out no-scope him. Split screen. Back in ye olden times, when people would go over to other people's houses to play games, you would have to play split screen, where everybody can play on one console, but the screen would be split into 4 different squares, allowing for 4 different people to play at one console. Nowadays, split screen is kind of just being forgotten, which is really sad, since I have so many fond memories of playing split screen, going over my cousin's house or my friend's house, so please don't let split screen die out. Friendly fire will not be tolerated. You ever, accidentally shoot Captain Price in the back of the head, or, blow up a fellow ally? Then you've probably seen this message pop up on your screen a couple times, since when you kill an ally in the campaign, the message, friendly fire will not be tolerated, will pop up on your screen, sending you back to the last checkpoint. Las Almas. Las Almas is a fictional region in Mexico where you spend quite a bit of time in the new Modern Warfare 2 campaign hunting down the Las Almas cartel. A number of multiplayer maps take place in Las Almas, as well as some of the ground war maps.